Good morning, folks. The bell is tolling, so it must actually be time for me to finally start this video. Where are we? Could you guess by the building? Sorry for the crooked filming. I have no equipment, but I'm doing this anyway. Where is that building? Where on earth could it be from? I'll show you a little bit more around me, and you decide if I'm in or I'm out. We have a church that's unfortunately closed here, apparently due to structural issues. I'll see if I can get a picture of the full thing in for you. But coming down the street here, I'm trying not to give it away, but the locals will have recognised it already. We have the deanery, and behind some interesting buildings that you'll want to see. Excuse me while I cross the road, try not to get run over. To the deanery. It's very pretty. Similar construction to what we just saw over the road. That was Government House, by the way. (1859). The cathedral, just up here. We'll get a better view of it in just a moment. This one perplexes me. It's had so much work done to it. It's really hard to tell if it's a mud building, or if it's new, or if it's recycled. It does seem in an odd position in comparison to the church, but, sorry, the cathedral. The cathedral does have a downstairs, surprisingly. You'll see what I mean here. This is a pretty building, and that cymatic, whatever you want to call it, is gorgeous from the inside. But the building that I really wanted to talk about, and it's one of my favourites, is here. Now, this was the state buildings, it was the treasury, it was a post office apparently. And there are some old sketches, hand sketches, thrown in with our history that say it was an old barracks before this was built. So there's a long backstory, and I will go further into it. Hopefully at some point I will get myself inside it too and take a look. I know there's some great pictures on the internet if you want to look at it. State buildings usually brings it up. I have to tell you the city. We're in Perth, folks, Perth, WA. So I'm putting Perth on the map here and now as having faced the same fate as most of the other major cities around the world. Something has happened and the ground has changed level dramatically. On St George's Terrace in Perth. I first walked past this building probably 15 years ago maybe, and I had one of those moments where you just kind of go, wow, what is this? Like, it was calling out to me. It was quite unusual actually, and I looked at these windows, and they didn't look that pretty back then. The building was empty, it was in disuse. It was probably being argued over what to do with it, what would become of it. No doubt it was all about money. In this building, I looked at these windows and thought, okay, who would want to be down there? Imagine being down there all day. And I had this vision of if anyone's seen the film Being John Malkovich, of John Cusack bumping his head down there, and because it was probably a floor for the little people. It's been restored quite recently, within the last 1 or 2 years. It's absolutely magnificent. It just lights me up whenever I see it. I'll take you around the corner. I wish I could get the whole thing in. Council house went up in the 60s. What a marvel of architecture that is. It may well have been for its time. Look at the detail here, if you can. Sorry. I'm working off an iPad. This is all I have. The brickwork. Walk, talk, multitask. I don't think I can not trip over though while I do this. Look at this. Beautiful portals. And all this mess. Stunning building. Stunning. It now houses the Como Hotel, if anyone wants to look it up. Como at the Treasury. It's another plug for the hotel. It's a very expensive hotel. Sorry about the erratic filming, folks. Just trying to get what I can, where I can. I just wanted to put us on the map. Here we are in Perth. Who would have thought? Never understood why these buildings were half under the ground. There's a tunnel there. Goes to a car park, I'm assuming. Look at this. I wish I could turn that iPad the other way up so that I can show you the whole thing. It's another one. Look at those windows. Look at the grandeur of it. Who puts that much effort into is it a soffit lining? Is that what it's called? Soffit? Wait till I get past this marquee. We're just on the other side of Australia Day. I stayed home for Australia Day, folks. I didn't buy into the argument of Invasion Day versus celebrating Captain Cook's arrival, because yeah, history might be just a little bit different than what we've been told. This one says 1897. Look at how ridiculously short that arch is, but wide. And yeah, I'll call it mezzanine maybe. Again. This is an Australian colonial, isn't it? I'll show you this one just because we're up this way. This is an interesting one. They've peeled back all the columns, and this is just brickwork underneath. It's very pretty. Sorry, you probably can't see because of the light. I just wanted to show you this. Look at that. How pretty. Which then leads me to a whole other can of worms. Everywhere I dig, I'm sort of finding so much conflict and confusion. And yep, I'm pretty sure we've had some photoshopping done in our history. This town hall Now, it's had a lot of work done to it, and I will go back over it in another video. So like, share and subscribe, peeps. Perth is on the map. Perth is in mud, sand, whatever it is we have here. I think it's mostly sand. And here we are.